Hello, everyone. Good morning. It is November 9th. It is the morning after the election. If you're like me, you're probably maybe just going on a little bit less sleep than last night if you got sucked into staying up and watching all the political theater that we saw. What and truly just an amazing event from seeing how close it was and how far it really just came down to the end. And I think based on the coverage so far, a lot of people are really surprised at the outcome. So regardless of any views, my goal here is to not to be political at all, but to really be your financial advisor and provide you with some valuable feedback and guidance as we go forward. So as always, to me, I take a lot of pride in being proactive and getting information in your hands as soon as possible. And clearly, to me, this is one of those events. If you were up watching this last night, you saw futures down dramatically towards midnight, and then we wake up this morning, and as I look at the market here now, we're up nearly 1% for the day. Um, you know, Overnight trading is very little effect on things. The volume is so minimal. A few small people can really drive that, and so that to me does not signal anything or any worry to anybody at all. So first off, we just only need to remember to take a deep breath. All right, there's no need to make any quick decisions. We need to learn a lot more. Much of what's been said over the past year between both candidates, um, they don't follow through on everything. And so I think we just need to let the dust settle, let them put an agenda in place, see what the cabinet looks like, who they assemble, and then we can hopefully make a more educated opinion on what to think going forward. This event reminds me of like many others. We've had debt ceilings in the past come and go. We had worries back in January of low oil prices and a Chinese recession. And although those are valid concerns, the market rebounded very quickly. And so in this case, I don't think there's any need to make any rash decisions. Let's just be patient for a while. Nothing dramatic is going to happen quickly. So what I want to do is reassure you of the economy, right? There's nothing changes from the video I sent out last month. The economy is very healthy. It's very strong. GDP is growing. Earnings are very consistent, and those are really the true drivers of the health of the market and the economy. Granted, it's not perfect, but there is definitely some very good, strong progress in the right direction. Secondly, it seems to be pretty likely, even after last night's elections, that we will likely see a rate increase in December. Um, the Fed has sort of followed their playbook here over the course of time and laid it out for us pretty transparently. And based on the numbers right now, it's likely that we probably do see a 25 basis point increase. Secondly, Janet Yellen, Fed chairman, she'll remain there till 2018. That is not something that Donald Trump or President Trump, as I should now refer to him as, will change. And so I do not see much difference there as far as her trend, her policy. What's interesting is that a lot of people have been commenting on volatility in the markets. Here's a chart that actually shows what's happening in volatility. It's from the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. It's called the VIX. Basically, what this does is tracks the volatility, the violent swings in the markets. And what you'll see with that orange line is that volatility has historically been much lower than the average election time periods. Granted, it did kind of peak up here in the last few days, closer to 20. My hunch is that we now go back below that range or the average from the past. So markets really aren't as volatile as what we may think they are. So what should we expect with the Trump economy? Well, we do have to truly wait and see, but I think we're going to see some inflation. One of his big items is probably going to be to put a nice sized infrastructure bill in place, and that should bring back some jobs. If he's going to recreate trade deals and be tougher on immigration, for example, all those will bring up labor costs, and with labor costs, we'll then have increased pricing. So I expect us to see some inflation over the next 4 years, but we will see there. Today what we've seen with biotechnology and bank stocks, insurance companies, for example, is they're up really nice today. Bank stocks are up almost 5% as I speak. And probably a lot of this is to the assumption of deregulation that may be coming down the pipe. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, healthcare, the Affordable Care Act is something that I think will be addressed, but I also think that there's going to be a shift in policy on how they support small business owners and the additional laws that are in place around that. So, with that being said, nothing will happen overnight. We all need to take time to digest this. I think we need to give the Trump administration time to get the right people into place and to put their agenda in order, and then we can adopt a wait and see type mentality. So with that, have a great rest of your week. It's still a wonderful fall here in Minnesota. If you have any questions, I'm here to help, but I wanted to get out in front of this and hopefully deliver some insight to each of you. So thank you.